The real one team.
Bring your model to life at mcvproducts.com.
What's up, my plastic renters? Hope everybody's blessed out there. It is Sunday, and it's time for Sunday Model Cars and Coffee. A big shout out to Paul over there at Left Coast Model Car Builds. I don't have any coffee right now, but I love this ice cold water. And I love my Yeti. I know they kind of expensive, but they worth every penny. I want to talk to y'all about paint real quick. Is it just me, or a lot of great companies coming online right now with model car paint? You know, I've recently been testing Kaleido paints by Gaahleri. I've also been testing Tropical Glitz, MCW finishes, splash paints, fire scale modeler, pro scale paint, and the list goes on and on and on. What are y'all using out there for paint right now? What great companies am I missing? Do y'all prefer acrylic, lacquer, or enamel? I love this. I love more companies are taking our community more serious. There are so many fantastic companies out there not offering just paint, but 3D printed parts, photo etch parts, you name it. They're supporting this community. From what I can tell, model cars is not going anywhere anytime soon. The hobby is just expanding. But I don't know about y'all, but I'm always pursuing the perfect paint job. I'm not sure it exists. And the reason I'm asking about paint, because I'm always looking for new techniques, new ways to achieve something I don't think I've ever achieved before. The perfect paint job. Now, that's a big question out there. Is there such thing as the perfect paint job? For me, my definition of the perfect paint job is when I'm able to clean up any imperfections in the paint, and only I know where they're at, and the average eye, the naked eye, cannot find them. There's always going to be what I like to call character when it comes to your paint job. No matter how hard you try, well, let me speak for myself. No matter how hard I try, I got a brand new spray booth here, screening my paints before I put them in the gun. I try to take all precautions, and I still get just a little blemish in the paint, a little trash in the paint. It never fails. But for me, the perfect paint job is if I can remove that flaw, clean it up, and unless I point it out to you, you won't be able to find it. That's my definition of a perfect paint job. But y'all let me know out there, which paints are y'all preferring right now? What great companies exist right now when it comes to paint? And what is your definition of the perfect paint job? The reason I'm covering this subject right here, because a lot of times we're our biggest critics. I know I am. I am hard on my bills. Way harder than I should be. I remember my first model car show that I won an award. That was AtlantaCon 2024. The car won first place in street machines, but I nitpicked that car to death. I nitpicked every entry I had in that model car show to death. And I walked away with a first place win and a third place win. So I highly encourage you, when you go to these model car shows, put your build on the table. Even though you might not think it's the perfect paint job, there might be a judge that sees your build and think it's a masterpiece. Just remember this, ladies and gentlemen. At least I consider myself this. We're artists. There's going to be flaws. There's going to be characters in these cars. So don't be so hard on yourself. Let's try to achieve the ultimate paint job that you can and put it on the table if you go to a model car show, and be confident in your work. Remember, this is supposed to be a stress reliever, not a stress causer. So sometimes if you're being too hard on yourself when it comes to your bills, just take a break, take a breather, and make sure that you don't beat yourself up and don't put anything on the table when you go to these model car shows or you're so hard on yourself with your bills that you give up. Never give up. Finish that bill. And I don't care how long it takes. Now, I'm speaking from experience here. I got a couple bills that's been up 20 years. 20 years that I have not finished. But guess what? I will finish those bills. I will try my best to achieve the perfect paint job. But just in case it's got a little character in there or whatnot, it's okay. As long as I give it my best and the bill is complete. Well, thank you for tuning in for another episode over here at One Team Garage. Please be on the lookout this week. I got some major announcements, some major episodes dropping, and I think you're going to like what we're going to drop this week. It's going to be a big week. Even though it's going to be an extremely busy week for me, I'm going to be in downtown Miami like 5 days this week, grinding it out. But rest assured, I will bring you some major episodes coming up. Thank you for tuning in. God bless. One team.
And before you get out of here, don't forget to grab your copy of Master Builder, creating the ultimate model with every build. Link in the description box.